Alright, welcome back to another Timeless video. Today we're looking at TEMUR WRECK-lamation. This is, I believe, a modern deck. Basically, it revolves around Wilderness Reclamation and getting a bunch of mana on your end step in order to play a bunch of very powerful instant speed effects. I've kind of adjusted this deck a little bit to play pretty much in the way that I expect to see gameplay happening in the historic/timeless metagame. We want to prioritize a bunch of interesting things, including our memory deluges for card advantage. We want to be ready to cast our one of Nexus of Fate and potentially loop it with TEMUR. And we want to be able to use Cyclonic Rift to clear our opponent's board and Expansion Explosion in order to copy any of these things or deal a bunch of damage to our opponent and then have us draw cards. Ideally, we want to be in a situation where we can Cyclonic Rift to remove stuff, control the board with Ionize and Counterspell, and then use Expansion Explosion to basically, we want to cast Explosion, deal damage, and then draw some cards, hopefully some of which will be Lightning Bolt and other things that can just kill our opponent. We also get to run Unholy Heats here, as we're just going to be casting a bunch of spells and filling up our graveyard with no way to reuse them. So eventually this Unholy Heat will be a good way to deal with the Uros and other things like that in the format. Ragavan is just a format all-star in a lot of other formats, not including the ones that we play here on Arena. But he's pretty good in Timeless as well, I'd say. So Ragavan in here is a 4-5 to gain us some advantage in the early game and hopefully kind of snowball to the point where we can do something good with the rest of the cards in our deck. What we really want to be doing here is accelerating pretty quickly towards Wilderness Reclamation. And for that, I actually do want to make a little bit of a change here. We're going to run a total of 4 counterspells because that's not super important to our game plan. And what we do need to have for our acceleration here is Growth Spiral, a card that I often play with. A card that I'm often playing with. Why can I not find Growth Spiral? What have I selected? Oh yeah, lands. That's not going to be a important thing. We want the multicolor thing. There we go. So we have 4 copies of Growth Spiral here. This is going to be basically our turn 2 acceleration into turn 3 Wilderness Reclamation. That is pretty important for these kind of decks to have. And it's, yeah, very, very, very important to get that initial Wilderness Reclamation so that we can start using our doubled mana and then still hold up our Ionize and Counterspell. I think actually I've made a slightly different decision in my mind just now. I want to go up to 6 of each so that Unholy Heats can go down. This is not good until later, but we do want to keep it in case that we run into an Uro. But if we do need to find it, we'll just use Memory Deluge to go get there. So after we apply styles, I think this is more or less the deck here. We're playing a little bit of the fetch lands in this Timeless format as well. 3 Wooded Foothills as our on-color fetch, and then just basically one of the other ones that are available. We're pretty much just TEMUR all the way here. I hope that we're going to have a fun time of lots of Wilderness Rec mana and a lot of expansioning, explosioning, ionizing, and rifting our opponents to shreds. Hope you enjoy. Definitely make sure to like the video if you liked it and comment to help me with the algorithm. Subscribe if you're new for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in both Historic and the new Timeless format, and I will see you in round 1. Alright, it's round 1. Let's go. So we have an Izzet start. Unfortunately, no Wilderness Rec, so I think I kind of want to mulligan this one. This has Growth Spiral, Acceleration, and actually a turn 1 Ragavan, which is strong enough. Flooded Strand can go find us the 2nd blue for Memory Deluge, so I think I'm inclined to keep this one, ditching the Unholy Heat. We'll shock here for a Ragavan. There you go. We'll need removal or a creature on turn 1 to deal with me. Shocking in Giver of Runes. Let's see if they want to trade here. Let's get Growth Spiral held up here, attack in. They are happy to make that trade. They do understand the value of a Ragavan, and we will let them go. Godless Shrine here, so this might actually be Death and Taxes. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I was excited to see Death and Taxes. Guess it's not going to happen. Do they have the Counterspell here? They do not. Let's put the Stomping Ground in tapped. And we can find basic island. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm playing basic lands in this deck. Well, we're about to find out. If I can find a basic island, that would be the move, but oh, no, okay, I am playing it in this deck. Do I want to go down to 13 against this deck is the question. Let's live dangerously and grab a breeding pool. We'll pay the 2 life here. Attempt to cast Wilderness Reclamation. Does it resolve? Oh, Mana Tithe. Okay, that's fun. Alright, so that is Wilderness Reclamation number 1 dealt with. We're going to have to Memory Deluge and look for the next one. Oh, Juggernaut Peddler. Oh, that's brutal. So we're going to get a Juggernaut instead of our Memory Deluge. That is unfortunate. I guess we could just play the Juggernaut. That is some aggression. So yeah, actually Juggernaut now into Growth Spiral plus Bolt their Peddler. That actually could be decent. They may have Bolt here, actually. Darn. No, just Godless Shrine. Okay. This could be Edict. This could be anything. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize into Edict would be bad. Mentioned Peacekeeper. Okay. So they can make my Bolt more expensive. I almost think the choice should be, okay, they are going to choose the Bolt. Okay. So I could spend my turn bolting here. Ooh, there's a Nexus of Fate a little early. If I bolt here, that makes the Juggernaut Peddler have to chump block. No Tithe there. I'm just going to take the 5 here and look for some spell-based removal on Juggernaut. Boromir. Okay. Let's go ahead and Growth Spiral. They're holding up mana for something. Get to put a Wooded Foothills in. And that is 6 mana. So I could just get basic forest, basic mountain. I'll decide if I want to do that on the next turn. We'll swing in here, offer the trade. This could be the Boromir combo with Ragged Dragger or whatever that card is. Herbra something something. Okay, so I will trade off these 2 cards. That's fine. When we draw our next Reclamation or Tamiyo, we are going to be able to play around all their counter magic. We'll just have to hope that we don't die before that happens. So I'm going to not crack my Foothills unless I know I'm going to get that Nexus off. We will pay the 1. Because I don't know what I'm going to draw. Ooh, Wilderness Reclamation. Now I regret paying the 1. Okay, so if we play Wilderness Reclamation, that is Nexus of Fate that turn. So on their end step, I will fetch. Alrighty. Skyclave Apparition, just for the power. Okay, so we're going to go fetch here. Going to 4. This means that it's either now or never for us. We will get basic. And we will get the other basic. Oh, I suppose I could just get, like, tap lands. Yeah, what am I doing? I could have gotten 2 Petra Crowns. Okay, well, whatever. So here is Wilderness Wreck. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8. Do I want to give them a card here? I think that I'm going to no, I can auto pay and then I can exactly pay for my Nexus, but that means I won't be playing around Tithe, so I will decline and give them the card. We have to make sure that we hold full control at our end step, or at least set a stop at our end step. Alright, we'll hold full control here, QQ to float all mana, and then we will go for the Nexus of Fate, holding up 1 mana. Oh, they actually have the Reprieve, okay. Well, it looks like we're just going to be tempoed out here. That's unfortunate. Opponents got us. So the Reprieve and Mana Tithe came in at the right times there. Pretty solid. So they held that around Wilderness Reclamation, played around the payoff. Pretty smart play. Alright, round 1 in the bag. Let's hop into round 2 and see if we can get a Wilderness Reclamation to stick and give us some mana. Here we go. Alright, here comes round 2. Wow, we got a good hand here. This is Growth Spiral into Wilderness Reclamation. And we are on the play. Alright, so we will turn 1 Wooded Foothills, go ahead and grab our Triome. I think I'm just going to do this right away. Alright, we'll pass out. Darkwood Spider, okay. So here is Stomping Ground, paying 2 life. We'll go ahead and just wait. Seeing as they're only on green. Green and white. Meriadoc. Okay, hello. That thing is not a halfling. Put a Mire into play here. And I think we'll just go ahead and activate it right now. Getting our other Triome. And a land does it here. Otherwise it's going to have to be Ragavan. Expansion Explosion. Okay. So let's Growth Spiral now, looking for a land. We don't find it, but we do find Unholy Heat now, which is good. Should I take out Meriadoc? I am debating about it, but I can at least defer that choice till later. I think for now, though, I'd like to stick a body onto the battlefield, so I'll play Ragavan. I'm not aware of any combos that kill me from this point right here. My guess is with all this Death Touch, it's Death Touch Tribal, so they're probably playing Finn. Although in green-white, maybe it is just some legendary combo. This could be the food-based combo or the rosy combo with Scurry Oak. Regardless, I'll take 3 here. And we'll look to play this Wilderness Wreck next turn. Palantir Vorthonk. I do not know what they play, and I'm probably not interested in taking damage, so I will let them draw. I know it's generally better to let the opponent draw off of the Palantirs. Alright, so we're going to have to use this Rag token to get our Wilderness Reclamation onto play. We will auto-pay here. And then we have the opportunity to Unholy Heat or Ionize. We're going to exile my creature. That was a lot of their mana. I think I'm down to just Ionize and hurt them a bit. This should force them to stay back and block, unless they want to just try to push for the end zone here. Okay, so they're looking to push damage here. Palantir triggers. You're just getting a card every time here, friend. I'm not letting you kill me any faster than this. Okay, so here's Growth Spiral to potentially find a land here. I guess let's cast it now. Make sure to set a stop on my end of turn. Well, Forest Cycle and Ent. Okay. Nice. We get to put Steam Vents out, and I think I'm probably not shocking this. Okay. We will attack in. So we can hold up Memory Deluge and then also just Unholy Heat on our end step. So I guess I'll just do the Unholy Heat now. Kill Meriadoc. Control this board. Let them do what they want to do with Palantir. Let's not kill ourselves by accident. And I think I'd like to play this Delighted Halfling as another blocker. Alright, we'll untap all of our mana here and then hold on Memory Deluge. Proto Baggins, okay. Not too worried about that. Kurgan Took. You got it. Ring Attempts here. See how they attack. They do not attack. We will let them have a card. And I guess while they're doing this, I'm going to do my Memory Deluge. Opponent can draw. Here is Memory Deluge. Let's look at the top 4, find something good. This is actually the Cyclonic Rift plan that we get to do now. So let's get Cyclonic Rift Memory Deluge. Alright, this is going to be fun. So what we'll do here is play our second Wilderness Reclamation. We draw our third here. We're going to make sure that we set a stop at the end. We will pass everything, and then now I'm going to make sure to hold full control here, put these onto the stack here. We will resolve the first, float all of our mana, resolve the second, and this is an overloaded Cyclonic Rift. Alright, and we will pass turn. Now we have all the power here, and we're going to have a third Wilderness Reclamation coming down. Alright, that's a Rider. Ah, they get to take out one of my Wilderness Recs. That's unfortunate. Lucky for me, I've got another. Peregrine took, okay. I mean, they're playing all their crap back out here. We'll go set our stop at the end of turn. Here is Wilderness Reclamation again. Not attacking anymore, and let's go ahead, hold full control here. QQ, float our mana, and resolve this. So we have access to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is basically Expansion Explosion for 5. Sorry, that's for 7. I think I will draw 7. I'll wait till next turn to play my cards. And then we will draw 7. Okay. Oh, I guess we did have Delighted Halfling too. I'll leave it to block, it's okay. We'll pass. And then we discard. What are we going to discard? We have another Explosion to kill. We have Counterspell backup. We'll get rid of Growth Spiral. Tamiya will be nice. We don't need 2 of these. Oh, actually we only need to discard the Growth Spiral. Perfect. We'll pass. Get rid of our full control. Opponent shouldn't be able to kill us from here. I think we have it. Proto Baggins. Yep. That is 3 on the ring. They'll probably put not onto a creature that can attack. That's interesting. It must be blocked, I see. Okay. Well, we won't block here. We'll go to 6, and I don't think they can kill us with 2 green mana. Unless we decide to take damage from the Palantir. Alright, move to our turn here. We're going to go ahead and shock, because we're going to 4, and our opponent is going to 0. So let's go ahead and pass on through. We're going to put full control here, Q our mana, resolve the last one. This is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 minus 4 is 14. Explosion for 14. Target you, I will draw. And good, that's not more than the amount of cards I have in my deck. Auto pack. Alright, we'll resolve our Explosion kill. And there's all our deck in our hand. So ideally we do want to draw our Lightning Bolts with the Expansion Explosion as just another way to deal damage and kill. But in this case, just Expansion found Expansion, and we won because of it. Alright, round 2 in the bag. We got to do the thing that TEMUR Rec wants to do. Pretty sweet. Let's hop into round 3. Alright, here we go. Round 3. Does get us a Growth Spiral. Does allow us to play an early Ragavan. We'll have to use this Memory Deluge at some point. Cyclonic Rift can be cast too. You know, I guess this doesn't have a wreck, but like, it's playable. And we are on the play, so this early Ragavan is going to be good. Grab Ragavan. There we go. We can Unholy Heat a blocker as well to get a Ragavan in, so that is a source of mana advantage. Is this going to be Thoughtseize, or it's going to be their own Ragavan? Okay. And a Mishra's Bauble to check our top. Alright, they do get to draw, that's fine. We will Unholy Heat your Ragavan. Play our Wooded Foothills and say go. What's going to happen? Do we draw 1 mana spell? We do actually draw Duress here, and we can cast it here, so I might as well do that. Let's take something out of their hand. We got to worry about a Bowmasters coming out. That is a worry, and that can come out next turn. So our Ragavan is as good as dead. Faithless Looting. Don't really want to give them the ability to draw. If they discard our Memory Deluge, it's still useful. If they discard our Growth Spiral, whatever. If they discard Expansion Explosion, well, they've already seen that. So I might just give them Duress. But then they do get to hold that for a later turn. I think I take Duress. We will end turn. There is the Bowmasters to take out our Ragavan. You got it. Actually, Bowmasters is a pretty big problem for us with Expansion Explosion. Let's get a Petrifium here. And then it's either Cyclonic Rift or Growth Spiral. Probably just Growth Spiral here. Wait till they attack on their turn, then we will allow them to ding us. Alright. Some more damage coming in. Mire, they're hitting themselves just as hard. Dreadhorde Arcanist. I'm not super happy about that card sticking around. Okay. Alright, I think it's Growth Spiral time. We're going to take some damage for it, but it is what it is. Looted Delta. Okay. That does represent more mana. We gotta take even more life here, though. This is going to be a little close. Resolve. Move to our turn. So this is Bolt, probably to take out Arcanist, I think. As much as Bowmaster sucks, I think Arcanist is worse. Is it? We'll be getting Duressed a bunch. You know, that is pretty bad. But we really only need to worry about, like, 2 Duresses. Oh, you know, I can actually Expansion Explosion my Bolt. Oh, this is great. Okay, so here's Bolt on Arcanist. We will submit 1. Autopay. Expansion Explosion. We'll pay like that, targeting our Lightning Bolt. That will take out the Bowmasters. Okay, and then we can Cyclonic Rift the token. Sweet. Okay, that actually worked out a lot better than I was planning for it to. Broxa, okay. Well, we'll discard our Nexus of Fate, which will go back into the graveyard, or we'll go back into the library. Or does it? Oh, that's funny. It actually doesn't trigger like it used to. Interesting. Oh, bummer. Okay, so Wilderness Wreck in hand now. They might continue to dash this Ragavan. I'll stop at combat and probably just end up taking the Orc Army out. Alright, dashed Ragavan, fine. I think it's just going to be Cyclonic Rift, take 2 less damage each turn. Gives us a 5-turn clock, including this turn, so basically 4 draws. They hit Nexus of Fate. Thank God they can't cast that. DRC, okay, that makes this clock 2 turns instead. Counterspell, that does not do it, unfortunately. Looking like we won't get over the finish line here, despite a good play to take out the Dreadhorde Arcanist and the Bowmaster. Phantasmal Extraction. We are going to be losing potentially all of our hand here. Unfortunate. Probably takes our Wreck, I'd have to say. Wreck is the strongest card here. That is the corner pin of our deck. They actually take Counterspell of all things. I mean, I can't do anything about their Ragavan, and they already have this DRC on the battlefield. I mean, that's about GG as far as I'm concerned. They take a Memory Deluge off the top, so we still have a chance of hitting a land. Okay. And do they cast my Memory Deluge? They do not. It's double Wilderness Reclamation, and that is GG for us. Unfortunately, just did not put it together here. Maybe I need to mulligan a bit harder for the Wilderness Recs. Hard to say. I think I took a hand that was definitely functional. We just didn't draw well enough into the rest of our deck. All right, well, that was our round 3 here. Let's hop into round 4 and do it one more time. All right, it's round 4. We have a Wilderness Reclamation in our opener, and we have a Ragavan to start clobbering the opponent with. Okay. Oh, it's mono black magic. I wonder if that is the actual account or not. Well, regardless of if that was a brush with fame or not, we are moving in to our next iteration of round 4. I'm just gonna go ahead and queue right away. Will be a little bit of extra time in the recording. Shouldn't take us too long to find a match, though. The queue has been popping pretty much ever since the timeless format it started. And I haven't waited more than like 30 seconds for a match, so that is not too bad. I guess if we go past 30 seconds, I will go ahead and cut the recording, but I guess for now I'll just sit here and waffle. Let's see if we make it until 30 seconds. Oh, we do. 25. Like I said, under 30 seconds has been pretty typical for this format's queuing system. All right, here we go. So this is our round 4. What are we looking at here? Counterspell, Counterspell, Deluge, Expansion, Explosion. This is going to take 2 turns to set up, plus opponent goes first. I think if I was on the play, I may keep that. In this case, I am probably not. So this hand, similarly not very good. It's probably Ketria, Triumph, then Ragavan playing Ketria, Triumph, then basic island, hold up, Ionize. It's not like it isn't functional. We'll get rid of a Cyclonic Rift. Tamiyo shows up early. Okay, we get to go here. We will play into a Spell Pierce. It survives, but do we play into Fatal Push? We do. So blue-white control possibly. This Ionize will be good to hold up. Let's see if they play a Little Teferi or something like that. Nope, they just pass right back. Sweet. We could get Tamiyo out here, or we can ask them if they'd let us get Tamiyo out here. I am down. Oh, they actually give it to us. So we are going to go ahead and get some value right now and play our Ragavan out. Well, not play our Ragavan out, but we'll at least start working with Tamiyo. Memory Deluge. I would like my own Memory Deluge, but at the same time I'd like my own Wilderness Wreck. So we will first be looking for that. We're going to commit back Tamiyo. We find another Tamiyo. I think we'll play this. Well, let's cast Tamiyo first. Number 2. Then get other Ragavan. Oh, and they actually do have... Oh, interesting. Stern Scolding is a meta play. Very interesting. Well, let's let them know what they are up against. It is Wilderness Reclamation. Let's see. We can get back at Bolt here, which is pretty solid. We can get back at Ragavan again if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and maybe just go out with a Stomping Ground here. I'll pay the life here since they're definitely not being very aggressive, and we'll take out a Ragavan, and I think I'll probably dash him this turn. See if we can catch them giving us anything interesting. Alright. Fatal Push again. We can fight that. I think if Ragavan can stick around, it would be nice. And it is Swords to Plowshares. Okay, so Ragavan finally does go away. Okay. Get 2 damage in with our Ionize. Ah, Hall of Storm Giants, that is a thing. Okay, so this is going to be Memory Deluge now. We don't have enough mana to cast Wilderness Wreck, so I'm going to wait on this. We do have Overloaded Cyclonic Rift held up. They don't hold up, or they're holding something up and not playing Hall of the Storm Giants now, okay? Here's Memory Deluge. What do we want here? We can get Wilderness Wreck and another Memory Deluge. My turn. We can Wilderness Reclamation, holding up Expansion Explosion as a counterspell. Memory Deluge. Okay. We'll have to find exactly a counterspell. Let's see what we can get here. So I think if we make it to our end step with Wilderness Reclamation, I'm going to Memory Deluge and then hold up something. Alright, we get it. Here's Windswept Heath. Let's go ahead and find some card. I have enough life that I feel comfortable playing a Breeding Pool in, untapped. Float our mana here. We will resolve. Let's cast a Memory Deluge. We want Bolt and Ionize here. And I guess we'll hold up this mana. Just short of playing another Memory Deluge, sadly. Let's Ionize. They'll absorb. We will Expansion Explosion, copying our Ionize. Targeting Absorb. Oh my gosh, and that is enough to make to make Esper Control concede. Wow. I am really happy with the way that that went. We were able to protect a Wilderness Reclamation, and we were able to control with Ionize and our Memory Deluges. That is all that I could have asked for out of this deck. I think that was some pretty tight gameplay there, and the game was fun as a result. Okay, that brings an end to round 4. We have a final round coming up. Stick with me here. I hope you've been enjoying the video, and let's play one more game with this deck. Alright, it's the final round here with TEMUR Reclamation. We have a hand that can cast Counterspell, and we do have Wilderness Reclamation in hand. I love to see it. So we'll get a Ketria Triome right off the rip with Windswept Heath. I'm going to play around a Stifle, because every once in a while I do see it. And we will just get going here. Looks like Thoughtseize. Smells like Thoughtseize. Is a Thoughtseize. Let's see if they take our Counterspell or Wilderness Wreck. Alright, they know what's up. Here we can just get in with a Ragavan. I'm not going to dash him, although I could. Could be nice to hit a Thoughtseize or something like that. And they may actually have removal for Ragavan, so I think it's probably correct to dash. Plus, this helps accelerate us towards Memory Deluge. Delver of Secrets, I'll take it. That is pressure. So this is Grixis Delver then. Okay, gotcha. Thoughtseize, taking Ragavan, I have to imagine. Yep, no more fun. Delver of Secrets, what do we reveal? We will reveal flipping to Insectile Aberration. And I'm going to pay 2 life to hold up Counterspell here. Opponent is lower than us in terms of life. We have to hope that they miss here. They hit with Spell Pierce, okay. Spell Pierce is a tough one to see. That's a Bolt. We will bait out that Counterspell. Alright, makes sense. So now they are the one with the Insectile Aberration, but I am the one with 3 more life. Oh, they have 2 Delvers now. That makes things worse. We're going to have to find a basic forest here and cast a Memory Deluge, hoping that we can find an answer. Okay, they whiff on Delver. That's huge. Not sure I survived this, though, especially because I do need to go down a life here. We're going to play this one close to the wire, and it's going to be scary. Brainstorm looking for a counterspell. Let's see if they have it. That will shut us down pretty much right here. Best case scenario is they don't find anything good and then are Brainstorm locked, but then I still have to find a response to the Insectile and second Delver. Alright, looks like this is resolving. TEMUR. Well, unfortunately, I'm not playing the Fog version of this deck. Well, I guess I could get Wilderness Wreck back with TEMUR. It's a little slow, though. I'll take a land in TEMUR. Alright, let's see what happens. I don't think I can survive here. I die in a turn. Oh, and with Bowmasters, yeah, that's it. Put me to 4. Cyclonic Rift. Oh, we are so close. We are so very close. I think I'm dead next turn, right? Exactly dead. Yeah, If the TEMUR was my Wilderness Reclamation, we'd be in this, but I don't think we are anymore. So yeah, this would need to come in tapped. We could just go TEMUR. I think TEMUR is not even the right move, because I need to Cyclonic Rift one of these creatures, probably the Insectile Aberration. Then we live one more turn, but even at that point, we don't get to... we don't have TEMUR, so we're a turn behind on the Wilderness Wreck. Unfortunate. Opponent's going to have us for Xaxes here, and that will bring things to an end for this deck. Pretty fun overall, though. I think we had a lot of fun times getting our Wilderness Wrecks off. Unfortunately, some of these low-to-the-ground decks are seeming to be pretty meta in Timeless. I think that the low-to-the-ground Delvers are just going to prove to be very efficient. And sometimes that makes these brews a little bit harder. But, you know, we get some games in when we can, and I think overall we've had a fun time today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check the deck list in the description and to like and comment on the video if you want to help me with the algorithm. And finally, if you're new here and seeing my content for the first time, make sure to check out the subscribe button for our videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're playing both Timeless and Historic formats here on this channel. Pretty much all the Eternal stuff that is offered on MTGA. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out.